this board is going to be called Kevin's Mistake Board. You know, when I was younger in my past, I made so many mistakes. I still to this day sometimes make mistakes. But when I was younger in high school and in college and in the early years of young adulthood, I made a lot of mistakes. At different points in my life, I made a lot of different mistakes. At one point in my life, I was a liar. I told lies to people for whatever and various reasons. At another point in my life, I had these serious anger issues, and I would get angry at people, really for no reason, but I would just get angry, and that was a mistake, and I was angry. At another point in my life, and more so in high school and in college, I was filled up with these prideful thoughts and these prideful issues that I thought that I was better than everybody else, and I had the mistake of pride in my own life. And my mistake board was full of more than just these things. And you see, when I see people from my past, they might say, hey, there's Kevin. You remember him, right? Kevin was that liar, the one that got angry all the time, the one that was filled up with pride. Kevin's mistake board was full. I know all the mistakes of his past. You know, in the scriptures, Jesus had these 12 guys that followed him wherever he went. These guys were called his disciples. But Jesus also had this group of women that left everything and committed to following him. And this one woman in particular, her name was Mary Magdalene. And the scriptures tell us that Mary was cured by Jesus, was healed by Jesus from 7 demons that she had in her life. I mean, and Mary's mistake board was probably full. You know, I don't know what her 7 demons were, but whatever mistakes she had made in her past, I bet her board was full. And now we see in the scriptures that she has been cured of these 7 demons, and now she's a follower of Jesus. And I'm sure when people saw her, they probably thought to themselves, man, there's Mary. She's the one that did this, or she's the one that was caught up in this mistake, or she's the one that was caught up in this series of mistakes. And now she's a follower of Jesus. What happened to this person that was living this life full of mistakes, this board that was full of mistakes? This was her life so full of mistakes, and now she's left everything, and she's following Jesus. And others would look at her and remember her mistakes, and would think about all the wrongs that she's committed in her life, and Jesus will look at her and say, no, this is Mary. She's one of my followers now. I've forgotten what she's done. It's cast, it's gone, and I remember it no more. This week at Scenic, we continue our sermon series on forgiveness. We're on week 2, and this week, it's a big one. It's where we're going to talk about God's forgiveness for us. You know, it's a huge cliche in the church and from Christian people. Oh, God's forgiven me of my sins. But what does that mean? That's what we're going to explore this week at Scenic. We're on week 2, our sermon series on forgiveness. You don't